Hello there, crafty friends. It's Kelly from Kelly Makes Things. Today I have a haul for you. It's a Dollar Tree haul. It's been a minute since I've been to Dollar Tree, but I went in with a list based on hauls that I had seen from all my American crafty friends, and fingers crossed that I could find some of the treasures that those stores have, because we don't always get everything here in Canada. So let's start with these two lovely lush bottle brush trees that I bought. These are from the Halloween line of Crafter's Square. They had them in black, orange, purple, and this green. I don't really decorate for Halloween, so I didn't buy the other colors, but I did get the two green ones that they had because I do use these in my Christmas decor. And I was really happy to find them. And I don't know about you, but these look a lot fuller than the ones that I've bought in previous years from Dollar Tree. So I was very happy to find that. And then another thing that I have never been successful in finding is the calendars. Lots of my Canadian crafty friends have found them, but I never have. So I was thrilled to see them this year. I guess I was there at the right time, and I got two of them. I got the Farmer's Market and the Home Sweet Home. I'm not going to use them as calendars, but I do love the images on all the pages. So I'll be taking these out. And here in Canada, we have a chain of dollar stores called Dollarama, and they sell 12 by 12 shadow box frames at Dollarama. So I'll probably be taking these pages out and putting them in those frames and then switching them out as the seasons dictate. And I got this one. I love the fresh brewed coffee and the lemons and the fall. So I just like the images that are on these. And then the pages that I don't want to frame and use, I will probably cut up and use in an art journal or some such. And then I was happy to find these rub-on transfers. I really like the Dollar Tree rub-ons. They work really well. They go on easily and they don't stick and peel off. So I love this fall one with the little birds and the lovely sort of floral sprays. And then I picked up this pumpkin one, largely because it has the blue pumpkins in it, but it reminds me of those dimensional stickers that they introduced last year, which they have again this year. So I picked up one of those, and then I picked up this one. It's not a new one, but I have a family member who works in the fashion industry, so I thought that this would be a good thing to have in my stash. I particularly like this. I like my money right where I can see it, hanging in my closet, because aside from crafting, fashion is my other thing that I spend too much money on. I also picked up these decoupage papers. I don't know if these are new or not. They're from Crafter's Square. There are 4 pieces in the package. I've never seen them before, but that doesn't mean anything. So I just thought these roses were really pretty, and I've been making a lot of floral journals and garden-themed journals, so I thought that those would come in handy. And then I picked up a package of these mulberry paper leaves in different shapes. There's oak leaves and birch leaves and maple leaves in there. They had another one that was multicolored, and then they had them in an all maple leaf package, I believe, and then a larger size. I just picked up these ones because I like the shape of the leaves, and I will over ink these with a distress ink to give them a more variegated color, but I thought that's something that I'll definitely be able to use. And then I picked up a package of this paper. This paper to me has a very handmade feel, and this particular package didn't have any post-it note paper in it, which some of them do. And I particularly like this speckled sort of craft colored one. That'll be really cute for making gingerbread cookies and, you know, cutouts of that kind. And then the last thing I picked up in the craft aisle was this little package of die cuts. These go with a line of papers and die cuts that they had last year, but these are different. And I use these quite often. I like the images. I think they're really pretty. I particularly liked the paisley and the little flourish and the bird in the nest. So I just picked up one package of those. And then on to things that were on my list to find, including pumpkins of various varieties. So these are the large velvet pumpkins. They had these last year, but I was only able to find one in the pink color. And so I was happy to see a box. They only had the pink and the blue in the box in the store that I found these in, but I was happy to find them nonetheless. A funny story, my husband said to me last year, if you get any more pumpkins into this house, I'm leaving. because I have probably 80 Dollar Tree pumpkins that I've collected over the years, and every room in my house has pumpkins in it when the season arrives, and he's kind of over it, but he won't notice a few extra blue ones, will he? One of the things that I was most excited to find was these mini pumpkins. I had these on my list. Now the velvet ones they had last year, and they had them in an orange, a rusty brown, orange color, cream, and the blue. I just got the blue because that was the color that I brought. I'm making a wreath for my family room, and that was the color that I need for my wreath. But I was very excited to find these ones, the mini sweater clad pumpkins. I just think these are fabulous. They have so much texture. They're really cute. Again, they have the clips on the back, so I can easily add them to the wreath that I'm making. And I love those colors. So they did have two other colors, an orange and a brown, but I only got these two because those are the colors that I'm going to be using for my wreath. And then I found the leather ones, or the faux leather ones, which I love the texture of these and the way they're wrapped. They also have the clips on the back. They did have three other colors, but I didn't really like any of them. And I wanted this taupey mushroom color as a contrast for the cream and the blue that I'm going to be putting into my wreath. So I was really happy to find those as well. And then this was on my list, the velvet ribbon. Now, this was the only single roll that I found in all 3 Dollar Trees that I went to. And it was the color that I was looking for, which is the blue. I know there are 3 or 4 other colors, but I didn't see them. So I was very happy to have found that for sure. And then I picked up a couple of other things. I got a couple of these picks, which I'm going to take apart and use in my wreath. These two with the mini pumpkins and the berries in it, and I can see now that there's something missing from this one. I don't know whether it was a pumpkin or a berry spray. It was a pumpkin. And then I did find one of the plain blue leaves, so I may go back and get more of those as I need them to fill in my wreath. Another thing that I got was this sign. This is not new. They had it last year. But if you recall, the ones last year were the writing. It was the same phrase, "Happy Fall, y'all," but it was blurred, like someone had shifted the machine when it was printing them, and it really bothered me, so I didn't pick them up. So I was happy to see this one back, and I don't know whether I'm gonna hang it as itself, by itself, or if I'll use it in a wreath, but I was really happy to find it. And so I picked that up, and then I got these napkins. I think these are so pretty. They match those rub-ons and all the pumpkins that I've bought. I don't know if I'm going to use them as napkins or use them for decoupage, probably both. But I was happy to find those and add those to my collection. And then I was in the back to school section, so I picked up another one of these trays. I have 4 of these already, and I just stack them, and I keep my 110-pound cardstock in them because they're convenient and I can fit a lot of them on my shelf. And then I grabbed one of these phone stands. I have probably a dozen of these around my house. They're great, they're cheap, they work, and if it breaks, who cares? It was $1. Well, $1.50 here in Canada. And then I found these tiny wooden beads. I've got the other shapes of the wooden beads, but I've never seen the round ones this small before. Don't know really what I'm gonna do with them, but I thought it was a good thing to have in my stash. And then I picked up a couple of these magnetic locker box pockets for my Raskog carts. I have 7 Raskog carts in my craft room, all of which I have spray painted a matte white. And they really are the backbone of my craft supply area, but I thought this would be a useful thing to have, and I may spray paint them white because I don't really like that color of pink. And then I picked up one of these desk organizers, these interlocking ones. When I'm making embellishments and I've pre-cut all the little bits and bobs, I like to have them sort of all laid out in front of me. So that'll be helpful for that. And then I got 4 of these boxes. I have several of these from years past, and I really like them. They've got the lid clicks shut, and they're just a good size for holding, projects that are in progress or dies or, embellishments that you've already made and stuff. So I picked up 4 of those because I was really happy to see that they were there. And then I grabbed this little tin, primarily because I thought it was really pretty. It's just a little metal tin with a slot in the top. I guess it's meant to be a piggy bank, and it says money can't buy me love. And I'm going to use this to keep my US cash in when I'm at home, because as I said, I live in Canada, but I travel to the States quite often. And I have to keep my US cash separate in my wallet, otherwise, you know, it's just not a good thing to mix up Canadian and US cash. And then I bought one of these electric pencil sharpeners. I've had one of these before, and it worked quite well, surprisingly so. I lent it to one of my kids and never got it back. And then I got one of these clear storage containers to put my buttons in. I have them in a mason jar right now, but it's full. There's not enough room. And then I picked up 3 of these little flat containers. I like that they're see-through. You can see what's in them easily. I store embellishments in them, but I also store my finger daubers for my inks. So I needed a couple more of those, and I was happy to find them. And then the last thing, and probably my favorite thing that I bought, was this magnet, because this is how my life has been working. This is the 11th time I've recorded this video, and my camera kept crashing or not recording, and then it was full, and the audio would go off, and I've just had a day. So this is how I feel today. Not today, Satan. So with that, I'm going to say goodbye. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you have a good weekend, and all is well in your world. Please like and subscribe if you're interested in seeing more content. I'm trying to grow my channel, so hopefully I will see you again. Thank you very much for stopping by. Bye now.